Howdy, howdy, Rebel fans. Welcome to episode 30 of the Rebel Nation Conversation. I am Umrebelfan69, and my co-host is the Metal Rail. Together we make up the Rebel Nation Conversation podcast, your one-stop shop for uninformed and non-expert Ole Miss conversation.
Unsullied by sponsorship since 2025.
Yep. If you're watching us on YouTube channel, then you're already in the right spot. For those maybe catching us on our TikToks, be sure to come on over to the YouTube channel. That's located at youtube.com/at the RN Convo. Just one little programming note. I'd like to let everybody know that next Sunday is Easter Sunday, and that's the day that we record on. So we may or may not have a show out on Monday this next week just because of family obligations, but if it works out, we will put one out there. We just want to let that possibility be known to our hundreds of followers.
Yes, yes. More than likely there won't be a show, but we'll see.
So, Metal, how was your week been?
Pretty good week. Just, same old, nothing really earth-shattering going on. At least you're home.
We had some pretty weather for a little while, but it's just like this next week it's going to be all rainy, but we dry all over. We need some rain. But big fire going on down there in Jackson County right now.
No kidding.
Yeah. Just north of Moss Point and all that up there. Pretty bad. So,
what in the world happened?
Who knows? Cigarette butt or something. I don't know. Darn sure wasn't lightning bolt like what starts them, but
yeah.
But anyway, in Ole Miss news, this past week, the Mississippi Supreme Court denied to hear the NCAA's appeal for the temporary injunction to be lifted. So that's pretty much it, man. Trinidad will be the quarterback at the Ole Miss for the Ole Miss Rebel football season for 2026.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, I think everybody expected that. Honestly, man, there hadn't been any surprises during this whole thing. If you want to know the truth, there's been some aggravating moments, and well, I take that back. I have been a little surprised as to how the NCAA has kind of dug their heels in, but I shouldn't have been. That's on me. I should have expected them to do their worst. So, but they lost.
I'm guessing the only surprise for me has truly been the way everybody else has taken this. The other fan bases. And again, I get why, like you said, like several shows ago, you get why Georgia or Mississippi State don't want it, but LSU don't want it. But, the point of the matter I'm trying to make is that it was just not a case they were going to win. But the narrative has been put out there that he's getting a 6th year, as if he is playing for a 6th year. And that's what's bothered me. He ain't playing 6 years. He's playing his 4th year. That's just because of health.
A lot of uninformed people, man. A lot of uninformed fans. And I think part of the reason why is there's so many guys that have played 5 years that's asking for another year. And so
they're just lumping him in with them.
Yeah, they're just lumping everybody in with it. And nobody really cares enough to do any real research. They just want to bitch about something. So let them have at it. But yeah, LSU, Mississippi State, they got to be upset. I mean, they're just playing their role. They have to be. But it's over, man. He's a quarterback. like
He's
it or love
quarterback.
it, he's going to be the quarterback, barring something terrible happen.
Yep. And on another little note there, the spring camp has begun, but there won't be any real media access until this coming Tuesday. So the reports are non-existent. I mean, we don't have anything to even really talk about other than just basically tell our listeners that it has started. You know,
Are you surprised that that Pete is kind of going like stealth mode here? From what I understand, he's granting no access to anybody for anything. I mean, we're not having a spring game. We're just, a lot of, I don't know, just a lot of secrecy around the program right now seems to be.
yeah,
I'm not saying I'm
that
mad about it, but a little bit surprised. That didn't fit who I thought his personality was, but
well,
I guess it matters
the
either way.
just a little theory I'll throw out there is he knows who our former coach was. He also knows what our former coach will likely do with some information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think he wants to play it close to the vest. I really do. Maybe that isn't where he would normally want to play it, but just because of who he's replacing,
Yeah.
he feels like he must.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, because if anything got out, it would be twisted and contorted to the ends of the earth. Man, I know we're not talking about this subject, but in March Madness, Michigan is just taking Tennessee apart right now, 71-40. Tennessee was the last SEC team in this tournament.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of a
the Big Ten's gonna dominate it again. Dude, they've left us. I mean, we had our run. They're in front of us now. And I think part of it is their leadership, at the very top, that we've made some very unwise decisions. This 9 conference games isn't going to help our case any either moving forward. So I know that wasn't on the menu today, but
that's fine. We can talk about anything we want, but like you said, a couple? Maybe it was last week about Slive. I mean, not Slive. I don't know why I got him. He just popped in my head. Sankey. But Sankey is just, he's making some very questionable, and like you said, the Big Ten people and all them, they're just sitting back and saying, you know what, we're going to let the SEC eat theirself.
Yeah, they're just sitting back and watching it. They don't even have to do nothing. We're destroying ourselves.
Yep.
What a shame.
Let me send her. Sorry about that.
I mean, agreeing to 9 conference games without securing
expansion.
any kind of Well, anyway, we beat it to death. It is what it is. I don't know.
Yeah. I say Sankey is, I never had a problem with him until this last year. Just some horrible decision making and putting us all in a bad position.
Yeah.
And it seems like all of a sudden now he's just doing some stuff that I just don't get.
I don't either.
And he never has ever. It's like he don't. He never has stood up for his institutions when in the national scene.
Yeah.
And I can understand when there's two SEC teams bickering back and forth with each other, but you take this whole Clemson and Ole Miss thing for just one example, you know. He needed to be out. He needed to be helping us in this, you know.
Yeah. I mean, we'll grow old waiting on him or anybody else to help Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Not trying to play the victim here in this thing, but we're a small market school. We're, not as much money at stake when it's Ole Miss compared to,
Yeah.
Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama.
Well,
But be that as it may, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Spring football going on right now. I'm sure. I hope Pete knows what he's doing. And
leadoff batter just for state just went for a double. Damn.
Yeah, we'll get into that later too.
Yep. Libbert had him 2-1. I don't know. Anyway. All right, let's move on to let's talk about some good stuff for a minute. Birmingham Stallions, man, our adopted team here. Yeah, they opened up 2026 season Friday night against the Louisville Kings, and it was a victorious effort for the Stallions, beating the Kings by a score of 15-13.
Did you watch it?
It wasn't the most. I watched it. I watched it Saturday morning though, when everybody was still asleep. I kind of did the family thing Friday night and just left it on in record mode. Got up when I was able to go past the commercials and all that, but wasn't really this big. If all you want is to watch his offense go back and forth, it wasn't that big of a game. But at the same time, hell, it was football.
It was football
in March. In March,
yeah. It was football. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed it. It was nice to have some kind of rooting interest in it too. The Stallions has got two glaring problems. First and foremost, they have no kicker. And then the second big problem was offensive line. Their run blocking was terrible. Which I don't
we
know
outrushed them.
I don't know nothing about the Kings' defensive line. They may be great, but man, in that second half, every rushing play seemed like it was just blown up. I thought Corral played pretty good. Nothing fantastic. Made a few clutch plays. Made some mistakes too, of course, but.
Well, I mean, let's just go over his numbers. He was 21 of 30. 208 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, no sacks, but he did have 2 fumbles. But both were recovered. Both were recovered by his offense.
Yeah. He didn't look the
same.
On.
Well, I don't think he's running nobody. He was quick to run with us, I think that was kind of in our design, but they try to keep him a little healthier.
He didn't look like the Matt Corral I remember. This is no secret with you and I, but he's my favorite Ole Miss player ever. And I just thought he'd come in at a time when the job he did in 20 and 21 was just, man, he was just great. So I've told you that before. He's way up on my list. Chad Kelly's up on my list, but Matt Corral, you want to talk about an alpha, but he was, and he was fiery. And I didn't see a lot of that the other night, but like you said, I'm sure that's by design. They want to keep him upright for the full season and all of that. I only remember, I watched almost all of it. I only remember one designed run where he took the snap and immediately tucked the ball and ran. So
Yeah.
I'm sure
At this level of play,
keep him healthy, you know.
I mean, I know it's not the NFL, but at this level of play, there's still pretty good ball players up there, and they knocked the hell out of him. And
Yeah,
when he fumbled that first fumble, he
got
got
blown up.
walloped, bro.
Yeah,
But
he got blown up.
Obviously, former Rebel running back Snoop Connor was the leading rusher for the Stallions. He only had 56 yards on 16 carries. That's for 3.5 yards per carry. But he did score a touchdown, which was the first touchdown of the year for the entire league, actually.
Yeah, and we
definitely
talked about this when we first started talking about them, but I looked up the other day something pretty interesting. During the season, those guys make $5,500 to $6,500 a week. So season's 2.5 months. So they make, let's say, an average of $6,000 a week. Training camp, getting ready, they make $850 a week. So there you go.
They ain't getting rich. They're not getting rich.
They're not even. I mean, they got to have some plans for when this thing's over. Sometime comes, they got to go to work.
Well, obviously, this is a shot to get in the league. This is their last go at it. They either get there, they make it, or they don't. I don't see this being a career. And that's not the way it's set up for it anyway. That owner of the league has said it. We don't want to see the same players 10 years in a row. If you're here more than 3 or 4 years, we haven't done our job, and it's time for you to move on anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I understand that. I mean, I told Shelley the same thing. It's not a really make-a-living kind of league setup, you know, unlike the CFL, for example. CFL is stable. They've been up there for years, and
different topic.
You can make a living playing up there. But overall, man, I enjoyed the game. I thought it was pretty cool how they would go to the booth and you could hear Siski calling plays and stuff.
Yeah, all of them's mic'd up. You know, that's the thing. Yeah. They're completely mic'd up. You know, I remember watching some Siski and McCready and Siski stuff, and Neil was the whole time, man, I hope they got a big delay on you.
Yeah.
But you know, I never heard him say anything. You know, I mean, he was just calling plays. You know what I mean?
That's right. It's like they cut to him right when he was calling the play, and there was no other commentary. None.
Right.
And so I'm sure that was by design too.
Yeah, probably.
Man, I did see one play I wanted to ask you about. Did you see the very end of the game?
I did not watch the last 30, 40 seconds of it. No.
Oh, my goodness. So they take the lead. Then Hudson
touchdown
Clark,
and then missed the field goal.
Yeah. Then our old friend Hudson Clark. Kind of ironic.
I did see that now.
Yeah, him and Matt are our teammates now. You know, he had 3 picks off of Matt at Arkansas during the 7-interception game. But anyway, he gets a pick. We have to kick the ball back to the Kings. They get one last chance. Well, they're at around their 30-yard line, and they don't have any timeouts. So they snap the ball. We get a big sack. Clock is running like 15 seconds left. Where our guy who made the sack just goes crazy, celebrating, running down the field, just going wild, man, like the game was over. Well, buddy, they lining up for another play. And AJ had to call a timeout to keep from us getting penalized. So he could get back on, and they got another play out of it. So that was very embarrassing for that kid, whoever it was, and AJ was hot. But I don't think I've ever seen that before. in all the football I've seen. But he just, and I'm sure the kid just thought, well, it's over. They don't have enough time to get a playoff. But man, they have plenty of time. 15 seconds run a clock. You could still get it together and snap the ball in 15 seconds. So that was pretty funny. But AJ didn't think it was funny.
I bet he didn't, and he learned how to chew ass from the best. I'm sure.
Yes, he did.
Nick Saban could make you feel real little. Final thought. So he was talking about we didn't have a real good run blocking, but we did outgain them on the ground, 111-46. That's a lot. That's a big differential in yards.
That's shocking to me, man. I'm telling you, just from watching the game, it just didn't look like we ran for that kind of yardage. But which I know that ain't great, but it looked like we were just dominated up front. But they wasn't running the ball very much either. I thought the Stallion defense was pretty good. When I say we, R&R, we're Stallions fans. For those who don't know, Rebel Nation Conversation has adopted the Birmingham Stallions as our UFL team. So giddy up.
So 319 total yards to 266. Again, this wasn't a big offensive night for either team. I mean, I kind of was a little bit impressed with that Bean. He just threw he actually threw for more yards, 18 more yards than Matt did, but he had 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Crowell had none in the game.
So, and and that was a huge. Well, I mean, you see at the end of the game, here they were driving on the 30-yard line, and a field goal wins it.
Yeah. A field goal wins it because our guy misses an extra point.
Two extra points. He misses the first one, and he misses the last one. He missed both of his extra point attempts. He only hit the 31. He got blocked. No, that was a 50-yarder. It was blocked. He hit a 31-yarder.
Okay.
The 50-yard attempt was blocked.
The punting thing crossing the 50 just about got us. We had a third and 20 or something, and Matt completed a strike across the middle to get us.
And they were upset.
Yeah.
I seen that guy was upset, said, we had him, and they did, but that was Matt Corral right there.
Yeah. That's probably his play of the game. That was a great ball.
Yep. So, next up for the Stallions, Houston Gamblers. The game is going to be in Houston on Easter Sunday. It's slated for a 5 p.m. Central Time kickoff, and as of now, it's showing that it airs on the NFL Network. I don't even know if I got that.
No kidding.
Did a quick little look at the Gamblers. There are no former Rebels on that team, so we can hate them without feeling a damn bit guilty about it.
Okay. All right.
And the Gamblers are coming off of a 36-17 shellacking by the Dallas Renegades yesterday. So they're currently 0-1. Yep. So they're just currently 0-1 on this young season. So that's all I got on them. Well, like I said, there's no Rebels team to talk about, and they didn't really do that good against the Renegades. So we'll find out next Sunday.
Sounds like we'll find out more about our defense. They put up 36 points last week.
No, they lost 36-17.
They lost. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they got shellacked by the Dallas Renegades.
They got whipped. Okay.
Yep. So that's it for them, man. We'll see what we got next Sunday. So on to, let's talk about men's basketball just for a short second. Get your thoughts on this. I saw where Eduardo Klafke is expected to enter the portal. And I saw where Beard has a choice to make when it comes to Camberdean as well. Neil reported that Camberdean is wanting a big, stupid number to remain at Ole Miss. And I don't know your opinion, but let everybody else hear it.
No. Well, let's start with Klafke. Kid was here 2 years. I think I think everybody liked Klafke. Played hard, hustled, but somebody posted it on the board the other day. At best, he's a fringe SEC player, and it's just it's not the kind of kid that we have to fight for, that we have to fight to keep. That ain't a big loss. Now, I'm sure he's a great locker room guy, and I loved his attitude and hustle and all that, but man, we need players. We got to have players. That brings me to Carmodine. We do not need to overpay for Elias Carmodine. He ain't it. Full stop.
We kind of overpaid to get him here to begin with, didn't we?
To start with.
Wasn't that? Yeah.
But that's shame on him for not performing. Second time would be shame on us because we've got a good enough sample size. We know who he is as a player. This level, man, it's you don't just understand the defense these guys play, and that level of defense, you have to be so quick to get your shots off. You have to be able to create, and if you're not quick and have some wiggle to you, and he doesn't, you're gonna struggle. And he wasn't no defensive stopper either. I'm not saying we couldn't use him as a player, but not anybody that we get in this fight for and spend a bunch of money on.
Yeah, if we got to spend the kind of money that he's wanting, because I ain't seen Neil throw a number out there yet. But the way he talked, it was stupid money, and it's the type of stupid money. I don't think he's going to get an offer anywhere else for that.
That's the word he used, stupid money. So yeah, I don't see anybody anywhere paying him stupid money. He ain't worth it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I say maybe they think a better coach would get it done. But
let me say one other thing while we're on basketball. Will Wade's going back to LSU. What a circus all that is. But North Carolina State, I don't know who they're looking at. But as soon as Will Wade officially left, I heard something. I ain't said anything about it, not even to you, not on the board or anything, that Chris Beard would be on their radar. And, man, he would be a great fit there. And they got a good tradition. And that would be a job I think we really need to keep our eye on until it's filled.
We should. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, we played them in his first year coaching here, didn't he? And we beat him.
And then they went to the Final Four. And
I remember us going to their boards, just kind of read what they were saying, and they were very highly complimentary of Beard. Talking about this is what you want to see.
Yeah. They were all in on Beard.
They were very complimentary. So, I could see them wanting him. Let's put it that way. But I honestly, I don't know, man. Maybe it's a feeling I got in my head. I feel like he wants to stay here to fix. He realizes he kind of shit the bed this year, and I feel like he wants to try. I don't know, man. I don't know him. Obviously, personally, I don't know him, but I feel like in my mind he wants to stay here and try to right that ship that he screwed up.
Yeah.
But seeing him play down the...
Say that again?
Seeing him play... I said seeing him play down the... I was letting you finish. I'm sorry. Seeing him play down the stretch in the tournament, though, it made me think that maybe the misevaluations wasn't what we thought they was. you remember early in the season, he was highly upset. We even said it in his press conference, blaming effort. Lack of effort by the team, and that's kind of what we saw. That's what made me so mad about the way we played in the SEC tournament, was because now the effort was there, and they could play with anybody on the court, on any court.
Yeah. The effort thing was a consistent theme throughout the year with him regarding that team. And man, that is extremely disappointing.
And I guess that comes down to evaluation too. You want to get people here that are going to give you that effort. But I mean, I'm pretty damn sure he felt like they were though.
Yeah.
Coach just bringing about it Will Wade though, and I know this might be for something more to talk about from the board segment there, but I texted with you the other day about it, man. But it's men's basketball that kind of triggered this at LSU thing. Made me just start thinking, damn good and well, Will Wade didn't decide to come back to LSU for the Matt McMahon budget.
No.
And so in my mind, one of them coaches that they have at LSU right now is being lied to. Maybe two or three of them. Because good and well, they're so all in on the football right now. They got to give Kiffin what he's asked for. But Kim Mulkey, Jay Johnson, and Matt McMahon don't seem like people. Excuse me, not Matt McMahon. It's Will Wade. They don't seem like the kind of people to me that want to hear the word no.
No.
And we're talking about a Mount Everest of egos built down there and down of
no kidding.
In Baton Rouge.
No kidding.
I just don't know who's writing these checks.
Man, that's a lineup right there of including Kim Mulkey with a bunch of alphas. And that payroll, that's got to be top in the country across the board for all their coaches. They have to be top in the country on payroll.
No doubt. And somebody, I just don't see how they pay it. I don't see how they pay it. But man, their fans are eating it up, man. I down there in Bay St. Louis having a few beers with a bunch of them this last weekend, man. They just said, in their mind, they're set to take over all four sports. The three men's and the women's. But I tell you what, there wasn't no finer thing in my life as to see the look on Kim Mulkey's face when that basket fell for Duke the other day.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Her face went from, it was nothing. That was perfect.
Was that good terms or what?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that was good times right there. Listen, I posed this question the other day on SEC Rant, which it's actually an LSU site, Tiger Rant, but then they have this sister site called SEC Rant with all the fans are on there. But I just asked about how patient LSU fans were going to be, and if Kiffin hadn't won a championship within 2 years, will there be some grumbling and stuff? And of course, they were all saying, "No, we don't expect that. We know it's going to take time." And I'm thinking to myself, "What? Take time? No.
Well,
not. I don't want to hear that." And they don't want to hear that. They don't. There ain't gonna be no patience with him. I'm telling you, man. You let 2 years come and go, and they ain't made a deep playoff run. See what happens. Again, this ain't on the menu, but you said something about LSU, so just got me thinking.
Well, right. Well, I mean, I'm fine with it, man. Now, I saw it the other day on Twitter. I'm trying to see if I can.
What do you think happens down there 2 or 3 years and he ain't done nothing?
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm thinking.
I mean, play for a national championship.
Yeah, I know. Let's see if I can make the. real quick, let me see if I can share this. Wait a minute. I don't know if I can or can't. I'd love to. Bring that back up. Let's see. Can I share? Let's see. I don't think I can get that.
I don't know what you're trying to do, brother.
Well, okay, yeah, I can get it here for you. I can get it now. I want to show you this. Can you see that? Lane Kiffin is asking LSU fans to be patient.
Oh, yeah.
And he's asking that. Now, Bud?
Yeah.
Twitter blew up. They weren't too happy about that crap. It's already going nuts, man.
And he ain't coached
So
the game.
just he ain't coached a game yet. Him saying y'all got to be patient. That ain't no. He invested money to win now, right now. And he had so much equity built up at Ole Miss, and he got zero there. None. Let him lose for 2 years and see what I'm not. And losing there is just 1 or 2 games. That's all I got to do.
Yeah, he's gonna see what just different really means when he pisses that bunch off.
Yep. So
you want to talk?
Anyway, we went off on a tangent there, but yeah, we went off on a tangent, but man,
I'll show you all you want to see it just different.
we'll find out just how different them both. Hell, I could have told him forever they different. I've worked with coon asses all my freaking life, man. Mm-hmm. They definitely different.
Yeah.
But anyway, you got any news out there on the women's basketball side? I have not seen one word since the season ended.
I ain't heard Pete since we blew that tournament game.
All right, then. Well, that pretty much wraps up what we got for episode 30. Unless you got anything else.
No, that's it for me. Appreciate everybody tuning in.
Yeah. Stay tuned here, too, for episode 31. It'll be coming up at noon today. If you like what we're putting out there, please subscribe, like, and share. As always, comment. Leave us some comments. Let us know what you think we can do better. For the Metal Rebel myself, until next time, hotty toddy, Rebel fans.
Go to hell, LSU. If there's a worse place, please go there.